In Plano, Texas. Stephanie Johnson is the top seed at the Kubica AMF PWBA Players Championship. Not only that, but she's bowling in the very center where she practices and works. The hometown hero goes for a major title right now. There's always something happening in the Dallas Metroplex. The nation's 9th largest city is also home to a PWBA Major Championship. From Plano, Super Bowl, CBS Sports Network presents the 2018 Kubica AMF PWBA Players Championship. 5 of the world's best bowlers assembled to go for a title, prize money, and a place in women's bowling history. This is Dave Ryan alongside PWBA Tour superstar Shannon O'Keefe, leader for Player of the Year. Pleased to be joined by Tour star and major champion Clara Guerrero as well. Step ladder bowling today here in Plano. We start the show with a 5th seed, Lindsey Boomershine, looking for her first career title against Rookie of the Year Jordan Richard, making her 4th straight TV appearance. Kelly Kulick moves from the booth to the lanes today. It's Kelly's first show of the year. The 2 seed, Danielle McEwen, her 5th finals appearance of the season. The number 1 seed, Stephanie Johnson, bowling in her home center where she works and practices. She'll compete in front of friends and family today. She's joined now by Clara Guerrero.
Thanks, Dave. I'm here with Stephanie Johnson, our number 1 seed. Stephanie, you have had an amazing season so far. You had made 3 TV shows in our 3 majors this season. What is it going to take for you to win today?
You know, I just need to trust in the process, trust my instincts, and, you know, just go through my checklist mentally and physically and just really stay in the moment.
Thank you for your time, Stephanie.
Clara, Stephanie, thanks. Stephanie 1 match away from her first career major, 4th at the Queens in Reno. Shadow was on that show. U.S. Women's Open, 2nd place in Orlando, one of her home centers. And here she is, Kubica AMF Players Championship, looking for a title here today. But Shannon, she will wait and watch because our first match, Rookie of the Year Jordan Richard, she's clinched it with points. Lindsey Boomershine, 2nd finals appearance, looking for her first ever PWBA Tour title here today out of Perry, Utah. Underway from Plano. A touch high, 3-6 left.
Yeah, Lindsey has put a lot of pressure on herself over the years. She is the niece of Tom Baker. He's a PBA Hall of Famer and a 10-time titleist, and now a 12-time titleist on the senior tour. And then she's also married to Hank Boomershine, who's up there with the Storm organization. And so she puts a lot of pressure on herself, feels like she has to live up to other people's expectations. And so she told us yesterday that she just wants to have fun and just bowl for her.
Oh, that's a tough one. Chops the 3, leaves the 6, early open. And the nerves get to Lindsey a bit. Now Jordan Richard here, Shannon. What a season it's been for this youngster. She's 22 years old, from Tecumseh, Michigan, near Ann Arbor. 4 straight TV shows.
This kid, can I call her a kid?
Yes, you can.
She is incredible. She is a ball of fire and is a force to be reckoned with.
All 10 back. Good start for Jordan. All right, Shannon, let's break it down. A future for the sport lane pattern. What are the bowlers competing on today here in Plano?
So this week we bowled on a 44-foot pattern, medium oil. We were bowling in a super high friction center. And so you are able to play out here on the gutter, even though it's 44 feet, the building allowed you to do that. But once this part of the lane went away, you really needed to move inside. It needed to be a 15 to 20 board move going this way.
That's a big jump. Back to Jordan, and a great start with a strike.
Yeah, Jordan told me right before the show that she was nervous, and I told her, it's okay to be nervous. I think being nervous is good. It means you want it, but you just need to embrace it. And once you get out there and the lights turn on, you'll be fine.
Former collegiate All-American at Arkansas State, and your McKendree teams faced the Red Wolves a few times in competition.
Yes.
Didn't win an NCAA championship. She wanted that so much for she and her twin sister Haley. Didn't happen. Now to Lindsey. How will she respond to the Open? It's a high shot. 3-pin left. What do you see?
She just looks a little tentative to me. I watched her bowl. She was only a pair away from me in qualifying, and through those 18 games, it was incredibly, incredibly impressive. And she just looks tentative. She looks tentative from the top, so she needs to stay aggressive here. It's a little left down lane, and there's just not a lot of hold built into this pattern.
She led qualifying, and then things went downhill, she told us last night. Able to get through the 36 games into the 5th slot. She's happy with that. Does not want another open. And an emphatic reaction to
It's actually
her
really
single
cute.
pin spare conversion.
She told us last night that she just, you know, the key for her is to just let go and have fun. She's a really fun person, but on the lane, she's so serious. And I think that boils down to the pressure she puts on herself. And so she just wanted to come in and have fun. She wasn't even going to bowl this event.
It's an amazing story. Her son Aiden, he's getting some teeth and been a little moody. He's only 18 months. You know, it's tough that age. And she thought maybe I shouldn't leave Utah, come out here. But the Paul reps said something else.
She had a heart-to-heart with Mike Devaney, and she's so grateful. Oh, that's a tough
Oh
break.
my. For
Okay.
10, just a 10. Late falling of number 4 is the break she wanted. That helps. That is a terrific tap. And late, Shannon.
Yes. That's like a bowler's dream right there.
Well, Mike Devaney, after the Columbus event, said you can't possibly get a chance
Yeah, he said you can't give up.
to
He's
bowl
like-
here in Plano, because if you do that, you take yourself out of 2 majors.
Right, right. I mean, if she wins this match, she makes it to the Tour Championship. And so being able to come out and lead was like a weight lifted off her shoulders. And, you know, she was grateful for her ball rep that had belief in her. And here she is.
Back to Jordan, 2-time Michigan High School State Player of the Year, and that misses the mark as well with a light hit. And a very tough 2-4-10 leave. Challenging.
Yeah, she looks like she's sliding into about 27, 28 with the middle of her foot. And this one gets all the way out to like 7, 8 right here. It seemed like they needed to be, oh.
Somehow the 10 stands. A really good effort.
She did everything she needed to. Hit that 10 and it just wiggles.
Now how will Jordan respond to the open? Wow. They're not finding this 1-3 pocket chant at all right
No,
now.
they
The
definitely-
4-6-7.
They definitely look a little tricky. You know, that off our hand, I thought that was a pretty good shot. Got to like 10 down lane, and it just did not want to hold. And that's what we saw during qualifying. You had to keep moving every couple frames. You had to move a little bit and create hold by creating an angle through the front part of the lane.
6 stands, open frame. And Lindsey Boomershine, who had her early struggle on the bench, finds herself up by 4 pins. Now you go to your ball rep and try to figure out what's going on.
Without question, she's doing the right thing. I'm not sure if she liked the one on the right or not, but they're definitely having a conversation about what she needs to do.
As we talked about, a huge part of the story for Lindsey. A win and you're in. She has to win this match right here in the first match to compete at the Tour Championship in Richmond. There is a tap on number 10 and down it goes. Late hit. She'll gladly take the strike.
And she liked that one. This one gets out to about 8-9 at her break point. And the little love tap in the corner, hit that 10 pin, was perfect. She liked it with good reason.
I'll bet right now she's glad she listened to Mike Devaney.
Absolutely.
What's at stake? Got to win to get to the Tour Championship, the road to Richmond, final event of the 2018 PWBA season. have to win this match if you're Lindsay to advance. Jordan Richards in. She won a Greater Harrisburg Open. And with her points total as Rookie of the Year, she's on the way to Richmond, Virginia. Lindsay would love a win here. There's a high shot and not the ball reaction she wants at all. Another difficult spare conversion.
Yeah, that one just looked a little soft to me at the bottom, and it was a little left down lane. And again, we don't have the hold in this pattern in the middle of the lane for that ball to lay there.
4, 6, 7, 9, 10. That's a lot to try to cover. She'll take the 3 for sure. 4, 7 stands. It's another open frame, and now Jordan Richard has a 10-pin lead. Back and forth we go with the opens.
Back and forth in a really, really intense situation right here. So, you know, Jordan wants that major. She wants to finish off her rookie season with that major. She knows she's got a hill to climb.
Fifth frame, all 10 back. Third strike to the match for Jordan Richards. She told us last night, making TV is great. I want to win some tournaments now. And your reminder, you're not going to win every time out. I mean, 4 in a row, rookie. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Told her to settle down. It's pretty incredible what she's done. It's been a lot of fun to watch her. She beat me for her first title earlier this season. And even though she didn't bowl for me collegiately, I got to watch her for 4 years and watch her and her sister. And I felt like she was one of my kids winning watching her. It was pretty incredible.
Quite a young star, only 22 years old. Looking for a double. Gets a double. And up by 20 pins. Midway point match 1. Third major of the 2018 season on the PWBA Tour. We're in the Dallas Metroplex and we're underway. Exciting conclusion. Richard Boomersheim to come. It's the PWBA Tour on CBS Sports Network. The Margaret Hunt Hall Bridge over the Trinity River in Dallas, Texas. Road to Richmond. Shannon, there you are, number 1, Danielle. Well, she's on the show today. She's bowled so well at number 2. Stephanie Johnson, our number 1 seed, the 3rd spot, along with Liz Johnson and Liz Culkin next to us, U.S. Open champ, doing stats here today.
Yeah, we knew that this was going to be an incredibly important week. We touched on it last week. The amount of points given is crucial. You see Shannon Blahowski just above the cut line and Lindsay Boomersheim. Lindsay is in a must-win situation in order to bump Shannon out and go into the road to Richmond.
Shayna Ung won in Las Vegas, so she has a spot as one of the champions on the PWBA Tour heading to Richmond. This match critical for Lindsay Boomersheim. She'd like to go as well. And off the commercial break, not the reaction she was looking for at all, with another tough leave.
You know, what's really challenging in a situation like this is her last shot on left lane. She didn't get it as far right. And so this is just kind of normal human error. You want to make sure you get it to your spot, and then you get it there too far. And so she's just really having a hard time controlling her break point right now.
2, 4, 10. It's been a struggle. A couple open so far. We have the 6th. Can't convert. Leaves the 10, another open frame. And Jordan Richards sees the lead expand, watching on the bench. So the 5th seed is really struggling. Told us last night, at no point do I want to freak out. You just got to stay calm and stick to the game plan. And see her best finishes this year, East Hartford and in Mechanicsburg. Well, she's going to really have to think about adjustments here.
And she's going to have to make them quick. She is making a ball change. This looks like a strong, asymmetrical bowling ball.
Needs a strike streak and needs it now. 4-7.
Well, it's definitely a better result. That one, you could see it push through the middle of the lane a little bit better. The other ball she was using was dull, and so it wanted to read the middle part of the lane a lot quicker. This one pushed through the middle of the lane a lot cleaner, and so a little adjustment from here. She may be okay with this ball. She did say last night she wanted to listen to her gut, and she wanted to make changes and not be afraid to make those changes, and we just saw her do that. So
4-7 converts that spare. She was on the Players Championship show last year And Green Bay lost to Liz Johnson 181-178. And Ashwaubenon as the 2 seed. Liz went on to beat Kelly Kulick on today's show as a 3 seed for the title last year in Wisconsin, 228-205. Jordan Richard was still at Arkansas State last year. This year, she is taking over the tour. 4 shows in a row. Big lead here. And a strike. Let's go back to Clara Guerrero.
Jordan is using a solid asymmetrical ball that she drilled specifically for the show last night. It's a ball that doesn't flare as much, giving her a little bit of room in the back end, in the breakpoint area. She spoke to her ball rep, Josh Blanchard, earlier about making good shots and keeping her hand in a good position.
Wow, thanks, Clara. That's a great report, and you could kind of see that going on right in front of us. She just needs to bear down and make some really good shots here.
Jordan looks for the 4-bagger in a 51-pin lead. She'll get it. Starts to take over here. Nothing too tough to tackle for former NFL running back Tiki Barber and co-host Brandon Tierney. Get all the sports debate and expertise you need from Tiki and Tierney weekdays starting at 3 Eastern right here on CBS Sports Network. That's got to feel good for Jordan. 4 straight TV shows. She has not been able to win other than, of course, the Mechanicsburg event. Championship round, not live TV.
Right. Oh, just
Been
terrible.
that kind of show for Lindsey Boomershine. What a tough
Experiences are so awful on TV.
day. She's having a little fun with this 7-10.
She said it herself. Her experiences have been so awful on TV. You know, she's just had some struggles. She, in the past, she's made several TV shows and just struggles to get through these with bad breaks or bad shots. You know, my heart hurts for her a little bit right now.
Still a great week.
Nothing to
Get
be
this
ashamed
far,
of.
absolutely. She's so happy. She told us last night she decided not to stay home in Utah and make the trip. She was on the verge of canceling her flight. Husband Hank came today. He was working for his company in Mexico. Made sure he could be here in person. Hair strike. That's got to feel good.
She said she said she's ready now. At least it's good to see her smiling. You know, she did say that that was a thing. She just wants to have fun. And win or lose, obviously she wants to win. Every competitor does. But if she can walk away and find a way to turn this into a fun experience, you know, she's got nothing to hang her head over. She's got a beautiful little baby boy at home. And she'll take these experiences, I'm sure, and fight hard to come back stronger next season.
Meanwhile, the rookie is feeling it. She's a winner. A 5-bagger here and a 74-pin lead into the 10th. For the last few weeks, we've been saying the runaway leader for Rookie of the Year in points. Now it's official. Made this week. She has won the award, and she's told us that trophy will go back home in Tecumseh, Michigan. Family owns a bowling center, a driving range, and now a golf course.
How cool is that?
I mean, they're covering all the bases.
Yeah, I asked her
It's
if she
awesome.
golfed, and she said not really, but she did say that, you know, she's not very good, but she really enjoys being able to go outside of the bowling center, and just being out on the course gives her a different view. It's a nice view of being outside. And with Jordan winning, Shannon Blahowski is now in your tour championships.
Couple weeks in September, road to Richmond for the lefty. That's great news for Shannon Blahowski. Tough for Lindsey Boomershine. Jordan Richard, the Rookie of the Year, advancing up the step ladder. Tremendous effort again for Jordan. 4th straight TV show. Kelly Kulick, great bowlers coming up. Kelly Kulick has been an analyst on all of our CBS Sports Network PWBA shows all year. Not today, Shannon. You're joining me in the booth. Clara with us as well, doing a great job. And now Kelly Kulick, first show of 2018 for the 6-time major champ. She is finally back on TV against the superstar rookie Jordan Richard. What a matchup. Jordan has told us this year her role model growing up was Kelly Kulick. And now she faces Kelly on live national television. Underway, second match. Ring and 10 pin.
That's a great shot. It's an okay shot to start out this next match. She'll take it.
Now the big key, Shannon, with Jordan. Making the move, making adjustments,
Staying
trusting
ahead of it.
herself, as she talked to us about last night. On TV, conditions can drastically change with the lights and the people in the building.
Yeah, she said that she needs to just focus on controlling what she can control. Don't be afraid to make the moves and stay patient.
She's happy.
She is.
Got a mark to begin the second game. And here's Kelly. Her last title goes back to 2017 PWBA Fountain Valley Open in California. Look at the stats for this legend from Union, New Jersey. She's not broadcasting today. Back on TV and all 10 back. Good shot. Any player rolls a 300 game during today's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
And Kelly told us that she had a really, really good feeling after practice. It may have been one of the first times all season she had a really good feeling after practice it was going to be a good week, and she certainly lived up to it.
Back-to-back jacks to begin TV in 2018 for KK. 7th or higher, she had to finish yet in this week to make the Tour Championship. She's done that. She'll bowl in Richmond.
She did, yeah. She was on the outside looking in the majority of the season. You know, she's okay with her season. Definitely disappointed at times, but to be able to make the show and secure her spot to Richmond really helped kind of pull it all together for her.
Jordan Richer leads a 4. Good shot.
Jordan is super, super powerful player. She keeps her shoulders really, really stable, but look at this high backswing right here. And then she uses her legs through the approach into her slide, and she just lets the ball fall from the top.
Takes care of the 4 there, Shannon. Rev rate, ball speed, a power player to be sure.
She is. She's kind of the sneaky power player, though. You know, she's not the Rocio, and she's sneaky powerful. She keeps her hand in such a good spot, lets that ball roll right down her hand through the bottom, has a long spot through the flat spot through the bottom, and it's really, really, really incredible.
Her 3rd frame here. Works on a spare. Look out. Almost had the big 4. 4, 6, 7. Tough leave.
Yeah, this one looked like it just didn't get quite as far right as the last few shots, which, again, they're breaking down quickly. You don't have hold built up in the middle of the lane, so she's going to need to keep moving here.
Leaves the 6. It's an open frame, and Kelly's had a perfect start. We'll take advantage of that on the bench here. So the 4 seed, her first adversity in this game, did well to overcome it against Lindsay in game 1. Tournament for Kelly. Finish as the 3rd seed to 12.86.
It's a great, great tournament. And she is off to a hot start. You can tell she's confident, how she's walking back off the lanes. Kelly has her classic form. She gets the ball into her swing really, really quick and kind of chases after it. But look at how she uses her legs right here. She just kind of sits on it right here, and the ball goes right here. Keeps her hand in a really good spot.
And she has lined up Shannon so well with the conditions here in Plano. And she hasn't bowled badly this year. She's been so close, knocking on the door week after week.
Push.
Wants it to push, it does. And she's got the front 4. Great start for Kelly Kulick. She's perfect.
She's got that eye of the tiger look right now. She is focused and determined.
She said patient and not overwhelmed this week was one of the big keys.
And she's really, really happy with how her life is right now, too. Just everything in general. She's just really happy with the direction of everything, and she's finding herself on another show. It's always fun.
How will Jordan respond? Almost 7-10, almost some help with a messenger to get that 10-pin. Single pin spare conversion coming up here for Jordan Richard.
She's definitely moved left. You know, in the first match we saw her sliding around 27-28 with the middle of her foot. She's now sliding into 30-31. So she's definitely starting to migrate left. She's using a stronger symmetrical bowling ball. Kelly's using a ball that's shiny, so.
It is official, Shannon. Jordan Richard has won Rookie of the Year in 2018, the 4 straight shows. Sydney Brummett, former star at Wichita State, had a pretty good season as well. Really great future for each of these two.
It's going to be incredible. Both of them are great players. Both of them are my teammates on Team USA. Both of them are actually coming with me right from the Tour Championship straight to the Dominican and to bowl for Team USA. And so this is the future of our sport, the future of our tour.
Ten pin.
That looked like a really, really, really good shot, and the result was a flat 10 or a plaque 10. And you can see that as the ball goes through the pins, it's going to deflect towards the 9-pin. So watch this ball as it goes through the pins. See it kick this way? When it kicks that way, it means the ball is losing energy. It's picking up too early, so she's going to probably make a ball change here.
Has a 10-pin. And gets the mark, but with Kelly Kulick starting with the front 4, she's going to need more than that. A strike streak is going to have to happen for Jordan Richard. She'll talk with ball reps now.
Just on the left lane or right lane too?
Well, you probably need to move at least a couple. Right, on the right lane too.
Charles McBrien in the mix.
I
Yeah.
moved off that. I moved back because they're not far enough.
Sounds like she's going to move before she changes balls here. So
Kelly looks for the front 5. You bet.
looks good.
Sensational start continues for Kelly Kulick. And she is pumped.
She is focused. Look at that, just laser focus in her eyes. This is absolutely incredible shot. The shot before in the left lane, she got it a little left and she yelled for it to push. And I think once she saw it push and the result was still a strike, I think it just loosens her up even that much more, gives her that much more confidence.
How about the front 6, Kelly?
Read it.
Another one. Halfway home. Kelly Kulick, 6 in a row to begin our second match here in Plano.
And Jordan is going to have to find fire quick here. She is changing balls.
No time to waste.
No time to waste. Just go with your gut and make the change.
Wearing the same jersey she had on in Mechanicsburg, hoping that would bring back the mojo, the magic of a tournament title. That's a high shot, another split. Just unable to find that 1-3 pocket, 4-6 up.
Yeah, she's been wearing the elephants in memory of her grandfather. She had a really incredible close relationship with him. She lost him in 2010, and at times it's really hard. You know, she really would like for her grandfather Tim to be here with her, but having the elephants with her, she has an elephant bracelet, elephant earrings,
The
necklace.
necklace you see there,
Yeah.
yep, small elephants, right?
She said it really helps kind of comfort her in these moments because he can't be here.
Grandpa Tim loved elephants. So
Yes.
there was a lot of them around the house. Pictures, that is.
Yeah.
stuffed animals.
A real elephant.
All 10 back. Good shot for Jordan Richard.
This was a great shot. This ball wants to push the middle of the lane a little bit cleaner. It doesn't make her feet get as far left of it as the other ball would have made, and ends in a very good strike.
What a story we had developing here. Kelly Kulick looks for the front 7. Halfway home to a perfect 300 game and a $10,000 bonus. Looking for number 7. Kelly Kulick has got 7 in a row to begin the match. This is amazing. Her first TV show of the year. Looking for a 7th major. Let's go back to Clara.
Kelly had a very important conversation with her team before she started the match. They spoke about how the left lane was starting to hook early. She was going to use wider angles to the front and project the ball into the lane so it was cleaner to the front. And in the right lane, she's using straighter angles.
That's actually a really great notice. You can see that. You can see that with Jordan's ball, she went to a weaker symmetrical ball, and it allowed her to do that. Yeah, we got to get this pin out of the gutter. There we go.
There we go. Get out of the way. Kelly, of course, going for a 300 game. Hoping the re-rack would clear that dead wood. Now it's been taken out manually, so here we go. Looking for an 8th straight strike to begin the match.
One time.
Not that time, Kelly Kulick. But a tremendous front 7 to begin the match. Double wood 2-8 remaining for KK.
Gives her a tremendous amount of confidence. It's a great start. She told us yesterday she's in awe of these younger girls like Jordan and Daria and Sydney. And she completely respects their capabilities, but she's not ready to turn over those reins yet to those young ones.
Covers a 2-8. Kelly Kulick's on the way to a win. We'll take a break. Tremendous effort for Kulick with a front 7 against the Rookie of the Year, Jordan Richard, here on CBS Sports Network. We're in the 8th and a big lead in match number 2. Climbing the ladder, Danielle McEwen. The 2 seed is next. Stephanie Johnson is the top seed here today. It's going to be a tough one for Jordan.
Yeah, this, making 4 straight TV shows and unfortunately none of them working out in her favor. It's a tough pill to swallow for sure for any competitor. But she can walk away knowing she's Rookie of the Year, and she still has another major to bowl for in just 2 weeks.
Has her mark. Danielle McEwen is chasing you, Shannon, for Player of the Year honors, and she is next as the number 2 seed. 5 championship round appearances for Danielle. Stony Point, New York, just outside New York City. She is quite a story. Didn't bowl really at all until late in high school. Then went to FDU in New Jersey, became an All-American, and now a superstar on tour. Ball 10 back here for Jordan. So I know you're excited about Player of the Year.
Yes.
And it is not over yet,
It's
as
not.
we talked about.
Right.
But Richmond's still to come.
Yeah, Richmond, it's going to be exciting. Anything can happen still at this point as we sit right now. And it'll be fun to kind of battle it out and bowl for it.
Long commercial break.
That was a long break. Kelly knows about that, being in the booth usually. After the front 7. So he's trying to finish this one up here, make it official, and climb the ladder to Danielle McEwen. There's 2 there for Mark. So Shannon, let's talk about your season a little bit. I mean,
All right.
all the TV championship appearances, 6, right?
Yeah.
Tops on tour. You and Liz Johnson, the only multi-tour champs this year. How do you best describe your 2018?
Ups and downs. I'm really, really hard on myself. And so this week was a real challenge for me. It was really hard. It took me a couple days to be okay with what happened. And but all in all, if you would have told me back in April that with 1 week to go to the Tour Championships that I was leading the Player of the Year race, I'd be very happy with my season. So I'm happy, I've accomplished a lot of goals this year, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to compete at the level that I want to compete at. So I just need to keep that into perspective.
It's been a great year for you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Kelly's glad that it's late in the match, and
Yeah.
she's got things well in hand for the 7-10 there, and finishes at 244. Pat Sinello is here, chairman of the board for Qubica AMF, and we thank Pat for all the support. Qubica AMF on the PWBA Tour, and especially here in Plano, Texas. So Kelly Kulick will win this one, and next takes on Danielle McEwen, what should be a tremendous third match from Plano. It's a major championship at stake, right here on CBS Sports Network, the PWBA Tour. Shannon O'Keefe and Clara Guerrero now in the booth to join us for
Thank
this
you.
match. Welcome, Clara.
Excited to be here.
Here is Kelly coming off a big win for Jordan Richard. Her second match. All 10 back against Danielle McEwen.
With that laser focus, man, she is ready. She is ready.
Definitely, she's turning amazing. I was able to cross with her during qualifying. She stayed calm. She's just focused on her game, and she did amazing. And now she's showing it on TV.
Here's the 2 seed from Stony Point, New York, 26 years old. Danielle McEwen's first shot has a 10-pin.
These ladies bowled 36 games in 2 days, and we asked Danielle if her body was tired, and she said she was more mentally tired than her body being tired. I think that has something to do with her age.
Definitely.
She won, guys, her major tour championship in the Dallas Metroplex in Arlington. It was 2015.
A few weeks ago,
Whoa,
she was. Oh,
there's
no.
a whiff, guys, on the 10-pin. That is a tough miss.
That is not going to be how she wanted to start this. A few weeks ago, she was telling us yesterday, a few weeks ago, she was struggling with her physical game. And her ball reps figured it out. And so last week after Columbus, she was very disappointed with her finish. She went home for 2 days, was pulling 2-a-days, bowling 2 or 3 hours at a time, trying to fix it. And so what she told us is when she would push the ball into her swing, her shoulders would lean forward and chase it. So she's trying to quiet that down.
And off the open, a very tough split to deal with here, guys, with the 4, 6, 7. This is tough, Clara.
Definitely a difficult start, and especially it's different to see Danielle in this situation. She's an amazing competitor. She always bowls great on TV. She's definitely fearless. So this is something that we are not used to see.
She'll take the 2.
Back-to-back opens. And after seeing what Kelly did with the front 7, an absolute blitz by Jordan Richard, 244, 171. Danielle's got to be worried. It's early, but wow.
Without question. And it probably actually settles Kelly down a little bit, knowing that your competitor doesn't look super comfortable, has given you 2 opens.
You got some room. Can Kelly take advantage? You bet.
Yep.
That's when you try to throw the knockout punch. Early, you see your opponent struggling, coming off the front 7, and now the first 2 strikes in her second game.
Kelly mentioned to me earlier after practice session that she felt amazing. That if she could just compete like she practiced that day, that she will win this event. And then today we see her perform amazing. She is playing the lanes very good, using the left lane with a little bit more early hook. So she's just beautiful to see right now.
Looks for 3 straight to start the game.
Wow. You could see that
Feeling
one,
it, guys.
she got that one a little bit right. You heard her yell peel, and it came back and struck. She is feeling it. She knows she's in good position right now. So right here you can see she's going to get it out to about 7, right? No, that's like 9, 8, 9. But she was only getting it to like 10, 11, and that ball came off the spot.
So Danielle's got me wrapped here. Can she make a comeback? Gets a tap on the 10, all 10 back for Danielle McEwen after the back-to-back opens.
Danielle had an amazing qualifying round. She was able to play the lanes straighter. She was able to use her firm speed, her soft hand, play to the right in the first 2 games. But now, as the lanes are breaking down, she's going to be forced to move left and open up her angles a little bit and do something probably closer to what Kelly is doing. We'll see what she does next.
And I've noticed she's using 2 different bowling balls. Oh,
Almost 7-10. Just the 10 stands. We need to mention, Shannon, that Danielle needed to win at least one match to have a chance mathematically to surpass you.
we have to talk about that right now?
Yes, we do. Because she's so far behind. So breaking news here. We might have
Breaking
Player
news.
of the Year clinch for Shannon O'Keefe live in the booth with us. It's just all coming together.
If that happens and I start crying, I apologize.
It's okay, I'm here. I'm here to back you up.
10 pin. Got
Covers
this
it.
one. One of many storylines emerging here in Plano. And one, guys, has to be what Kelly told us about last night. That in February of this year, just before the start of the tour season, she wasn't sure that she would return in 2019.
Correct.
She had a lot of time off at home, got comfortable, didn't work out as much, didn't practice as much.
Yeah.
Thought maybe I don't have to put as much effort into it because I'm not coming back after
Right.
2018. All 10 back again.
And she also
Front
mentioned
four
to
here,
us,
and that was emotional.
it
Shannon
was.
Thrall.
It was.
It's very different to see someone like Kelly Kulick, one of the greatest of our sport, to say that she was doubting about coming back next year. It was very emotional for us.
And guys, any player who rolls a 300 game during today's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling. Kelly looking for the front five again.
Wow.
And she's got it again.
And she is
What
ready.
a start in their second game. Kelly Kulick is rolling.
When she mentioned to us last night that the great Kelly Kulick was questioning her return in 2019, we all were very dumbfounded by that, because I have always put Kelly on this pedestal as this incredible force to be reckoned with, and I still put her there. But she did say to us that when she lost her mom, that she started bowling numb. Mom was #1 supporter. She was the #1 phone call. She was her best friend. And when she lost her mom, she lost all of that overnight. And so it took her some time to really find the love for competing again. And now you're seeing it. It's refreshing.
Now she's having a great time.
Yeah, she said she was pretty much just a shift worker, kind of a 9 to 5,
That's right.
punching in and out. Didn't have any heart, didn't have any passion for what she was doing. She's found that again the last half of the season, and she will be back. We're glad to report in 2019 on tour. Hopefully more competing on shows than broadcasting. She's a great announcer, too.
She's incredible. I look up to her in so many ways. You know, Kelly also has started coaching Junior Team USA, and she got to go to the World Championships this year and got to help those girls win the World Championship. And so that was just another hat, that many hats of Kelly Kulick that she wears.
Danielle, her best shot of the match.
Great shot. Danielle used her legs, was a little bit quicker through it through the bottom, helped keep that ball on line. Ball goes through the pins perfectly.
Won her title in Fountain Valley this year as the #3 seed. Was the top seed in East Hartford. Finished second. Louisville finished third. So good year for Danielle. Here's Kelly looking to continue perfection, get halfway home. The front six.
Oh.
No.
Good shot.
4 pin. It was a good shot, Kelly. And the front 7 in game 1. Front 5 in game 2. Wow.
She loved it. Anytime Kelly kind of pops up out of her shot after it gets off of her hand and she gets that walk out to the right, you know she likes it. It's good to see her. You see all the passion just flooding out of her right now, and it is really fun to see.
She has an amazing personality on TV. She has an amazing personality on the lanes during qualifying. People love it. I was able to witness her during the second day of competition, and she's just so much fun to watch.
7th frame here, guys. Works on a spare of a huge lead of 62 pins. Well, it's hashtag Bowl Fearless on the PWBA Tour. And she told us last night, sometimes I was hashtag bowling confused. I was not getting lined up.
I think we all feel like that from time to time. When she said that, it was really funny.
Another strike for Kelly Kulick. The intensity is back. The love for the game is back. And she's back on TV looking for a win in her second match against Danielle McEwen.
I'm Danielle McEwen, and this is the PWBA Tour.
Thank you, Danielle. Jamie Brooks, proprietor, Plano Super Bowl, is here. Thanks to Jamie. Being such a great host to all the bowlers, the fans. It was packed last night as we got down to the final 5. And Danielle McEwen has had a great show. She's one behind you, Shannon, along with Jordan Richard, 5 championship round appearances, but
It's incredible.
made it to a buzzsaw today with Kelly Kulick.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. Kelly is fierce, focused, fired up right now.
I like that. Fierce, focused, fired up, 3 Fs. Yeah.
So here's Danielle. Her shoulders right here. When these come forward and the ball chases, she chases the ball into her swing is when she felt that she was having issues. She's tried to stable those out and use her legs. See how much she uses those legs. They're super stable. Her shoulders here are stable. That's what she's been focusing on for the last week prior to coming here, and it has worked. She's in this position because of that.
She said she was going to be thinking about that. Only during the show, she was going to stay focused. She was going to do exactly what she did to qualify.
That certainly worked. All the effort over the last couple of weeks with her ball reps, and she is big in watching video during practice, she told us, and just frame by frame, shot by shot, try to get things right with the push away, the approach, and her balance to the foul line.
And Danielle works out a lot. She actually has been going down into New York City and working with sports science to help her focus on the task at hand and eliminating distractions, which has been issues for her on other shows.
She said that it has been also very good for her recovery from week to week.
Sugar.
She didn't like that shot very much, right through the nose.
No.
3, 6, 7, 10. A lot
Looked like
left.
she slipped a little bit. Take a look right here.
Oop, yeah. She didn't like that at all.
Yeah,
Looked
definitely
right down.
something with her footwork. See if she can cover this here. She needs to get the ball on the right side of this 3-pin.
The good news is she has a big lead. Not over yet. Can't do it. Leaves 2. And the first falter of the day for Kelly in her 2 matches. Well, there's Stephanie Johnson in her home center, where she works, where she practices. She is here every day. She lives 25 minutes from the center in Plano. Lives with another former Rookie of the Year, husband Chris Johnson, who's here today. And her kids are here. Shannon's goddaughter.
Yes.
I mean, it's quite a storyline for Stephanie going for her first major, as is the case for Kelly going for her 7th. Major storyline for KK, back on the lanes today and striking again.
This is a great shot by Kelly. This is the lane that hooks earlier. And you can actually see as the ball goes through the pins here, it's really diving towards that 8-pin. So she's done on that lane for this match, but if she gets out of this match going forward, she may need to make a small adjustment on that lane.
I agree with you.
She almost left an 8-pin on this shot. I don't know what pin came and hit this, but this was a great shot by Danielle. Looked like the head pin almost.
Just nudged the 8. All 10 back. She told us last night, great memory to be back in the Metroplex after winning the Tour Championship in 2015. Beat Stephanie Johnson in the championship match. Also beat Kelly Kulick en route to her first major. She's won every year since the relaunch of the Tour in 2015. Tremendous young bowler, tap on the 10. It just won't go down.
That was a great shot by Danielle. Danielle is that type of bowler. You can never count her out. She's always gonna, even if she has a couple mishaps like she did at the beginning of this game, she's always gonna find a way to continue hitting the pocket. Sometimes the pins will fall, sometimes they say no. In this case, the 10-pin said no.
I'm going to take that phrase from Shannon, by the way. I love that one. The 3 Fs, and now the pins say no. Some good ones. There's 10-pin. 7 years Team USA. Two-time NCAA Player of the Year at FDU. Tremendous bowling career. She was a great high school tennis player and thought until about her junior year of high school she was going to play collegiately in tennis and not bowling.
Isn't that amazing?
And then just kind of flipped the switch and really put herself completely into bowling. And you watched her in college.
Yeah, I actually told her that last night that I use her as an example with a lot of my college girls because they want to bowl on tour. They want to aspire to be a Danielle or a Kelly. And I tell them to go back and watch video of Danielle bowling in college. And she was not the Danielle that she is now.
No, it's actually very, very funny. I got to see one of the videos maybe a year ago, and I couldn't believe it. She's another player, very amazing now.
Guys, 6 pins for Kelly to win to make Shannon Player of the Year officially. Need 6 to advance. We'll get 9, will advance to the championship match to take on Stephanie Johnson and Shannon O'Keefe, your Player of the Year.
I don't know what to say.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Shannon.
Thank you.
What a season.
Wow. Danielle's my teammate. I love her to pieces. I hate this for her, but I'm very happy.
Kelly's your teammate too.
Yes.
And there's 10-pin, and Kelly Kulick has a victory. She's knocked off the Rookie of the Year, Jordan Richard, the #2 qualifier for the Tour Championship, and Danielle McEwen, Shannon's Player of the Year. I mean, the storyline's incredible. So Danielle falls to Kelly, who leaves the booth to compete to go for a major next against Shannon's best friend, Stephanie Johnson. We've got it all in Plano. Let's recap the last 3 weeks on tour. Pepsi PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. Diana Zavjalova, 201-158 win over Daria Payok to take home the title. And the Twin Cities, Rosia Restrepo captured the BowlerX.com Twin Cities Open over Liz Culkin, doing stats today. Sorry about that, Liz, but it's been a great year for you. Last week, dominant performance by Liz Johnson, the legend. Nationwide PWBA Columbus Open, 3 weeks, 3 different titleists on the elite field. 24 bowlers from the U.S. Open. Who will win today? Kelly Kulick goes for another major. Stephanie Johnson goes for her first career major in her home center. We just saw husband Chris. He's excited. He can't wait to watch.
He was pacing.
Stephanie compete for a title. McKinney is 25 minutes from here. Top seed, first shot. Whoa, and Brooklyn strike. She'll run that one out.
Yes, she will. Sometimes that's the absolute hardest shot of the entire game, is that first one on TV. She'll take it.
Here's Kelly. Her third game. All 10 back, great start. Championship match for Kelly Kulick.
It's the same. Oh, look at her. She's loose. She's singing to her song. But she's focused.
One-sided matches, Shannon. And wins over Jordan and Danielle. They were not close.
No, she has been very dominant. She's getting off to quick leads. I think this match is going to see who's going to be able to get off the quickest start here.
It does. Tap of the 10 and a great start continue. Looking for some great PWBA gear? Visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com.
Take your time.
Back to the hometown hero.
It's a great shot.
Let's break her game down, Shannon.
Stephanie's got a very, very simple game. She's long and lanky, so she gets the ball going. She's got a 4-step approach. She gets it into her swing. She lets it just fall from the top right here, but these long legs, she uses them. Her slide is ginormous. She just waits on it from the top right here. Keeps her hand in a good spot, keeps that ball online. Having long legs like that and being able to use them like that helps her generate the power and the speed that she needs at times, which happened in this event.
We are perfect so far. 4 up, 4 down, 2 boulders. That's crossing over
Man.
again. Hello, Brooklyn. 2 of 3 crossing over the head pin, Shannon. Wow.
Yeah, I've known Stephanie. She's my best friend. She's like my sister. We've been on Team USA together for 14 straight years. Stephanie is getting really quick throughout her approach on that left lane. I think it's nerves, it's excitement, it's being in her home center. She's going to need to calm herself down.
Kelly tries to keep us perfect and does. Tremendous look into the 1-3 pocket. 60 feet to success for Kelly Kuehling.
There it is.
Once a show.
Once a show. That was a good one.
6 up, 6 down. Title tilt here in Plano. What a start.
You heard Kelly. Those are her keys physically. Stay tall, walk by it, use those legs.
She liked it. 10 pin.
It was a great shot. She's definitely playing that left lane a little bit further left. She liked that. Ball did all the right things. The 10 pin just said, not right at this moment.
It's been a strike fest for Kelly. Hasn't had to shoot at many spares in the match so far. It's her 3rd game. Has a 10 pin. Kelly did not have a great Queens in Reno and told us she had a friend call and say, get off the mat. Forget about this moping around. I know you're not bowling well, but you got to rest the season to try to turn things around. It took her a while, but she's
right here.
been able to do that in a great spot. Now it's back to Stephanie. His husband, Chris, former Rookie of the Year, just like Stephanie was. He did it on the PBA Tour. And watching Stephanie go for a title. So close to home. Looking for the front 4. You bet.
She
Great
not
start
like that.
continues.
She was yelling, help, 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 help. To me, it actually looked okay. If anything, it looked like it got a little right a little quick, but that's where the buildup of the friction is. So Stephanie's a little bit harder, straighter type of player. So she's just kind of throwing it at the 3 pin almost. Kelly, softer. Gets her hand around a little bit more, and she's looping it just a little bit. Still using the same break point, but just a little different.
Runner-up in Orlando. Looks for the front 5. Not this time. 7-pin count. Could have gone by 21 pins. 2, 4, 8 up. So she bowled at her home center throughout the week here and made the show as the top seed. She also bowled at her home collegiate center in Orlando, Boardwalk, which was only a couple miles away from the UCF campus. She's a Central Florida grad. Great star collegiately there. What an opportunity to bowl twice in a major
And
in a
leave
home
both of
center.
them.
Covers, does not cover the 8. It chops. Instead, it's an open frame, and that really flips the script.
It does. Evens things out very quickly.
Fifth frame for Kelly. Works on a spare. Not the ball reaction she wanted at all.
Wow.
4, 6, 7, Shannon.
Yeah, so Stephanie opens. You heard Kelly just got slow. That lane's starting to break down a little bit. Little left at her target down lane. Results in a back-to-back, not back-to-back, but back and forth type open. So still pretty even match right here with half the game to go. going to be exciting.
December 2016, a time that Kelly Kulick never forget. She lost her mom, Carol.
Yeah.
Still speaks so emotionally about that. Carol was her first call. They were so close. Whenever something big happened or something tough happened in her career or her life, on and off the lanes, she would always call Carol first. She really has not been able to fill that void. Lots of great family close to her, of course, but it's just so hard to lose your mom. Dedicating everything to her. Much better result. Tap of the 10 and a recovery off the open frame. We've got a great championship match brewing here in Plano, Texas. Cubica AMF PWBA Players Championship. Third of 4 majors and the second half of the title match all the way from the Metroplex. They're bowling for this trophy, a $20,000 first place prize as well here in Plano, Texas. Johnson Kulick championship match halfway point. Clara joined by Danielle McEwen.
So your match with Kelly didn't go your way. You had an amazing 2018 season. You won 1 PWBA title, and you earned a spot into the last major of the season, the Tour Championships. How are you going to prepare for this event?
You know, I've worked so hard for this season, so that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to go home, put in the time on the lanes, in the gym, and with my mental game, and hopefully figure out how I can end the season on a really good note.
That sounds like a great plan. Thank you for your time.
Clara, thanks so much. What a season it has been for Danielle. Second seed coming up in Richmond. And Kelly, as we noticed Shannon in the break, she is going to make a major change.
She is on this right lane. Her last shot, she said after it was off her hand, it was a little slow, but I think this lane is breaking down, and I think she sees it as well. And so we saw her do this 5 or 6 times, got in front of the ball return. She's practicing where she's going to be. She's going to make that move.
We will see. Resume with Stephanie. Gets a tap on the 7. And a big strike in the 6th frame. Now a chance to go up by 20 pins.
She needs to find a way to get comfortable on this left lane. Her first 2 shots obviously were a little bit left on this left lane. Both of them resulted in a Brooklyn strike. Her next shot, we saw her get a little bit light. She threw it a little bit further right. Missed her spare. So this is going to be key. Making a good shot here to settle in and be comfortable for the rest of this match.
Not this time. 4, 6, 7. Wow.
She said she grabbed that one at the bottom. And it was definitely left down lane at the break point, and there's just not enough hold built up in the middle of this pattern for that ball to lay there, resulting in a split.
Really tough conversion. 4-7, kicking across the deck, hoping for that 6 as well, but it's an open frame. A 2-pin lead for Kelly Kulick on the bench. Weekdays at noon Eastern. Jim Rome welcomes you to the jungle for 3 hours of hot takes, high-impact interviews, and a steady dose of clones. It's the Jim Rome Show only on CBS Sports Network.
So as you can see, Kelly has now moved in front of the ball return on this right lane.
Wow. It's a big adjustment. And it comes in high and leaves the 3-6 tap.
3-step it. Come on, Cal.
She's giving herself that pep talk.
Not trying to throw it slow either.
So you can see she made this huge jump left. Actually, it was a pretty good shot. It's just a little bit on the soft side. She gets a little bit firmer through there. I think that ball lays there. We're definitely seeing this transition happening very quickly.
On the side of the ball return for the spare. Covers. Big one. Every shot crucial from here on in. Beginning of the 2017 PWBA Tour season. In California, her last title. It's been a while. She told us last night it's been a long, frustrating grind.
An emotional journey for her.
But she loves the game again. She'll be back next year. And what a way to springboard 2019 with a win here today.
One time.
One time, Kelly. It's a good shot, but a 10-pin stance.
It's a great shot. This right here is a great shot. She gets the ball into her swing. She gets it out to where she wants to at the break point. It comes in. Just a little bit of deflection towards the 10-pin, but that could have fallen just as easy as it stood.
Has her 10-pin. Single pin spare conversion to keep this very interesting.
Good shot.
Stephanie at the front four, struck in the 6th. Crucial open in the 7th frame. Now the 8th, going right at that 1-3 pocket and crunches the ball back. Those pins had no chance. Some power through the pocket.
You know, Stephanie, as the #1 seed, got to choose which lane she wanted to finish on. And going through this match, you can tell that she made a very good choice for her with how the lanes seem to be breaking down. So makes a great shot here, can finish on the right lane where she's a little more comfortable.
She practices every day on these lanes. She works in this center. Said she knows about everybody here.
Yeah.
I mean, between family and friends, this is a packed house rooting for Stephanie today. So much at stake. Wow, what a shot. A double when she needed it most off the open.
Fiery Stephanie right there, man. She wants this. The U.S. Open did not go the way that she had dreamed of it, and here she is in a position a few shots away. It's exciting stuff. In front of her entire friends and family. Her kids are in the building. It's going to be exciting. Kelly Kulick again in front of the ball return. It actually looks like she's moved even further left.
Wow. This is a huge shot, Shannon. Foundation frame in the 9th.
She came up out of that one.
And it's a 7-10 for Kelly. Oh my.
This was tough. So she moved even further left. She's taking a 3-step approach. She came up out of it just ever so slightly, but that didn't look that bad. But the ball, you could see the ball deflect this way, really bad towards the 10-pin. And when it does that, sometimes you get these bad breaks, such as a 7-10.
Has a 7, leaves the 10. Kelly told us last night she might make that move in front of the ball return, depending on how the lanes break down, make that big jump.
Please?
She'll ask for a re-rack here to take a little time to think things over. Down by 22 now. And Stephanie's in great shape, working on a double in the 10th frame.
Come on, Cal. One good shot. One at a time.
It was a good shot.
It's a great shot by Kelly. She's bowled great today.
Fifth strike of the match, but struggles in the 5th and 9th frames for Kelly will be tough to overcome.
There's another pin in the gutter on the left side.
Got a little more deadwood here on the 7-pin side they need to clear. USBC rules state that if you throw a bowling ball with a pin in the gutter and any other pin on the deck hits it, it is considered a 0. So got to clear that out of there. She most certainly doesn't want to take a 0 in this situation.
No.
It's
You have a chance, Kelly. Couple of big strikes in the 10th.
And that's why Kelly is one of the greatest of all times, as well as Liz Johnson, is they never give up. It is never over until it is over. And they, both of them, make their competitors earn it, as she's doing it right now.
Come on.
Big shot, puts some pressure on Stephanie. It's a good ball. Leaves the 10. And 200 for Kelly Kulick. Stephanie steps up, needing a mark.
He's marking the 10th frame to not only win in her home center, but win her first major.
Execute right here.
In front of her entire friends and family. Her children are in the building.
Just be you. Be you.
The hometown hero can do it right here. Yes! It's a strike. It's a championship for Stephanie Johnson. She has won the Kubica AMF PWBA Players Championship in her home center. What a moment for Stephanie Johnson.
I don't even know what to say. I'm absolutely in tears over here. That is my best friend. That is my sister. And to see her dreams coming true.
Mackenzie. This was for you.
Absolutely incredible. Yes. Yes. Your day.
It is your day, Stephanie. Unfortunately, not for Kelly Kulick. Dedicating to her young children, Levi and Kenzie. Husband Chris here, family and friends here, and a standing ovation for the hometown hero. Such an emotional time for Stephanie Johnson. Stephanie Johnson has done it from McKinney, Texas, only 25 minutes from here in Plano. Her first career major, beats Kelly Kulick 230-200. And time now for the BPAA moment of the match. It's got to be Stephanie stepping up in the 10th. Needed a mark to wrap up her first major, and just watch. She got it. Patinello, Kubica AMF, is here to present the trophy and check, along with our MVP of the season, Shannon O'Keefe. Guys.
Stephanie, you did fantastic. The event was out of this world. Really enjoyed it. On behalf of my partners and the Kubica AMF family, I want to thank Jamie Brooks for doing a great job over here, and great event. We're looking forward to Richmond. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Stephanie, absolutely phenomenal. Who would you like to thank?
First and foremost, my family for allowing me this opportunity to do this week in and week out. My employer, Plano Super Bowl, for allowing me to be gone and follow my dream. Couldn't do it without all of them. Of course, sponsors like Kubica AMF, Pepsi, Nationwide, BowlerX.com, GoBowling.com, everybody at USBC and BPAA. This event and our tour wouldn't be possible without the help of all of you. And can't forget to thank my personal sponsors, Hammer, Vice, High Five, for believing in me and giving me the best opportunity to represent them. And this is just amazing. I'm at a loss for words.
You, in front of your entire family, this is your home center. Your office is upstairs. You probably know every single face in this building. For you to win your first major championship in front of your home crowd, but more specifically in front of your family and your children, what does that mean to you?
Like I said, I can't really put it into words. I hope that one day that they follow their dreams like I do, and that they're proud of me, just like I'm proud of them every day. And I just really hope to be an example for them that just never give up. And it's just amazing. I can't do this without my family, so thank you so much.
You and I have been teammates on Team USA for 14 straight years. Kelly Kulick has been one of our teammates for almost just as long. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is someone that you and I hold on this pedestal. How does it feel to win your first major against Kelly?
Kelly's just a phenom. You know, she's somebody that we look up to for many, many years. But, you know, one thing that I do when I'm out here is, you know, I'm bowling the lanes. I really don't take the competitors too much into account. So, you know, it's just about executing, making some good shots, getting some good breaks, obviously. And I just, you know, when it's your time, it's your time. So hats off to her. I mean, she bowled phenomenal.
Now we have 2 weeks until we head to Richmond, Virginia for our last major of the season. What experience and how are you going to take all this to prepare for the next 2 weeks to maybe win a second major?
One shot at a time. You know, I think my key to success this week was trusting my gut, making moves quickly, you know, trusting in our ball reps. You know, we have such a amazing staff that is behind us 100%. So, again, having the best equipment in my hand is a major key to my success.
Now, you and I have talked about things, and they seem to happen. What are some of those things? Can you share those?
A couple years ago, Shannon and I are world champions, but we were never doubles world champions. So we talked about, wow, it'd be amazing to add that to our repertoire. And we talked about it, we made the team, then we got picked to bowl, and then we got picked to be doubles. And ironically, we beat our teammates for the gold medal, but we talked about it for about 3 years, and it happened. So it was pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome stuff. Stephanie, first major, Players Champion, congratulations.
Thank you.
Pick up your trophy.
Joining Shannon O'Keefe and Liz Culkin as major champions this year. Congratulations to Stephanie Johnson, winner of the 2018 Kubica AMF PWBA